We're going to run through the 24-hour checklist, as it is 24 hours before we move the motor coach and head to our next destination. I want to run through those things with you. We'll run through our 24, our 12, and then our day of moving. Stay with us right here, kicking it Van Voast style. So what we're going to go over is 24 hours before day of moving. And this is what I will normally do. First thing is I'll walk outside and go ahead and start cleaning up our site. Meaning our rugs, our chairs, anything that we're taking with us. Now, right now we're at home base, so there's a few things that I'm not taking with us on this next trip. What we'll do is we'll set those to the side. My truck always stays there, or we also have a storage unit, and that stuff will go in our storage unit there at home base. But we clean up everything that's outside prior 24 hours to leaving. These are our Camco awning stabilizers, and this just screws into the ground. As you can see, I've run over it with the truck a few times, but it still works. And then this is our spring. We've got our latch that comes, or our nylon strap that goes through here, and then it just hooks up into our awnings. Anyway, we're taking these with us, so I'll pull these out. Got our solo stove carry bag, and it's very, very nice. And it fits right in, ties down, and then goes right down in our basement. Very convenient. You can find the link for that right below, and I'll also put that in the description for our solo stove bonfire fire pit. If you haven't ordered yours, we'll go ahead and order that today. Pretty easy. Think of all the things that we do to get ready. This is the hardest. It's not like a regular camp chair. You have buttons that you have to push, and they all have to be pushed simultaneously. It's Caitlin's chair. Now, the next thing that after I get done with that, we'll move over, and I normally get on and check the roof. Something else that I will do on our 24-hour check is I get up on the roof. And that's just to make sure that where we camped, that there's no leaves or anything that have dropped down, or making sure that we don't have anything wrong with our roof, whether it be a scratch or a puncture or anything like that. It's just good to get up on the roof and check that out. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to climb up and get on the roof and see what's going on. If everything looks good, I won't do an inspection like I would do if I was about ready, if I saw a leak or something going on, but I do want to take a look at that. The next thing that we're going to do is we want to check our tire pressure. If you have not weighed your RV or motor coach, you probably want to do that. You can go to any CAT scale and do that and get your weight, and then go to your tire manufacturer and you'll know how much air to put in. But we've already got our weight. We check our tire pressure and make sure that we're ready to go. The next thing that I do is I check all of my lights outside. Going inside, turning on that light switch, making sure my headlights are working, my fog lights and my driving lights and my running lights are all working, plus my tail lights. Now, we're not moving or going anywhere in the nighttime, but I run even during the day with my lights on, just for a safety aspect. You do whatever you feel is good for you. The next thing I do is I check all of my fluids. I make sure that my hydraulic fluid for the slides and for the jacks are topped off, ready to go. I check my radiator as far as the antifreeze in it, making sure that's ready to go. My oil, and make sure that's also ready to go. The next thing that I will do in our 24-hour check is I will shut down my gray tank. That way I've got enough water for the next day in our 12-hour check, and you'll see that coming up. I've got water in the gray tank That way that water is there and ready to help wash down the black tank when I open that up in our 12-hour check. Hey, what's up YouTube? If you have not subscribed to our channel, do so right now. Hit that subscribe button. Leave us a comment and a like. For whatever reason, YouTube loves comments and likes, and we do too. I read every comment that you post and we'll respond to every comment. Ring the bell, that way you know what the next video is coming up, and that's our cheap shameless plug for this one. So going into our 12 hours, what I'll usually do is go out, and that's our time that we're going to dump our black tank. And what I use is our Rhino blaster. I'll dump that, go ahead and take my orange hose and utilize that to rinse and completely destroy anything else that's in that tank, which is really nasty. Once I get that done and let it run for a while, and where I've got some good clean water running through, and it usually takes me about 4 to 5 flushes to take care of that. Then we'll close that off. I'll go up top, take 2 of our Santa packs, and I'll leave the link for what I use down in the description, and fill that up, our black tank up, with about 2 to 3 gallons of water, and let that sit, and we're ready to go with our black tank. Now, there's been some discussions about utilizing RV toilet paper versus 2-ply toilet paper. I'll be really honest with you, I use 2-ply toilet paper. RV toilet paper, you're going to find out it's really expensive to buy. And as long as you continue to flush your tanks, you will be fine. That's why I use the Rhino blaster. And I'll leave the Rhino blaster link in the description. Again, these are products that we're using. We don't get paid for. We're not endorsing, other than it's what I use and what I trust. Hey y'all, be sure and stay with us till the end of the video. I've got a special announcement coming up and a special offer for you also. You don't want to miss this. One of the other things that I'll do upon our 12-hour, now when we're hooked up at home base, I run our city water. I don't keep my tank filled up, but when I leave to go on a trip, I'll take and fill my freshwater tank up. That way, if I'm boondocking, or if there's a problem with the water, it shuts off, whatever the case may be, I've always got water in my freshwater tank. Now we come to day of. We're ready to go. We're all packed up as far as outside and what we've done with our tanks. The next thing I'm going to do is make sure, and I'm going to put my glasses on. I hate doing this on video, but I'm old. What do you want? We'll pack up all loose ends inside and secure those. Now, usually if I've got Meghan traveling with me, that's her job. She takes care of the inside. She packs those up. Make sure that we've got our slide clearance clear. And one thing that I make sure that I do, because I always forget, especially if you're in a motorhome, is the driver's side, making sure my seat is up. That way it has good clearance to come through for our slide. I always forget this, and I usually take it, start it out, I look over, it's hadn't been moved up, and I go, I didn't put that down on my checklist, or I didn't check it off on my checklist, and I have to stop the slide, go up, and bring that seat forward. So that's one thing that I always remember. Now while I'm outside getting things ready to go, she's inside making sure all of our doors are latched and all of our drawers are secured. I don't need anything coming open or rattling while I'm driving, because it drives me absolutely nuts when I hear noises from behind and I can't tell where they're coming from. So one of the things that we do while Meghan's inside making sure that everything is secure is I'll go outside and take our tea that's hooked up to our city water, that's also hooked up to our pressure water valve that we have, is I'll make sure that we take that off. Guys, there's one thing, and this is very common, that I've heard from many RVers, is that they forget about that. They unhook their hose, they leave that tea or water valve hooked up, pressure water valve hooked up, and they leave it. So that's in my checklist. It costs a lot of money, and I don't want to lose that. After I do that, I'll go over and do a final dump of my gray water, and then we'll take our sewer hose and go ahead and put that all in our water bay, take our track that we have for that, fold that up, put it in our water bay, and we're ready to go. I can shut that water bay down, and it's good to go, and lock it up. Now, before I unplug from our electric, especially if it's in the spring or summertime, make sure that your AC's turned off. I've heard this many times, so I haven't experienced it, but what I've heard is if you go ahead and shut your electric off with your AC running, it'll start popping some breakers. I don't want that to happen. I don't want it to pop fuses. So I go inside, make sure my AC is off, go back outside, shut my breakers off, and then go ahead and unhook from our electric source at our home base or wherever you're at that you're moving from. Once I've got all that done, I go a quick walk around, make sure that my basement doors are all locked or all shut and locked up and secure. And then as I'm doing that walk around, making sure that I don't have anything underneath where I could run over, double checking again on my tires, and just doing that once around, making sure everything's ready to go. Once I've done that walk around, the next thing I'll do is go ahead and step inside the RV and go ahead and start my engine. Now, I've got a diesel pusher, so one thing with this, with that diesel running, it's going to fill my air brake lines because I get that annoying buzzer that tells me I don't have enough air. Once that happens, this is where I can go ahead, bring in my slide. I can lift my jacks up. I've got plenty of air. Then flip that over to my airbags where that'll start to lift my RV back up. And I'm actually ready to go at that time. I will do, because I'm anal, I will always do another one-time walk around, just making sure that everything is ready to go with the RV. All basement doors are locked and secured, and there's nothing in the path of travel when I'm pulling out of my space. Y'all, that's pretty much it as far as our day of leaving goes. The next thing that I'm going to do is walk back inside. I always lock my front door or my side door on my RV, making sure that as we're going down the road, especially with Caitlin traveling with me or the dogs, that door doesn't come open during travel and somebody decide to take a leap and bound outside the RV. So I do always lock my door. The next thing I've got to do is get my GPS, put in our next waypoint, and decide where we're going, and we're gone after that. Y'all, we really need your help on this. We are sitting at about 439 subscribers, and we've been here a year. What I need to know from you is, do you like our content that we're putting out? If so, let me know about it. If there's something that you would like to see changed, let us know about that. I need to get better at this. And the only way that I'm going to get better is from you. And those are your comments that are coming through. Thanks again for watching. We appreciate it. God bless. And join us on the next adventure that we have. Remember this, life is a journey, not a destination. We want to take you on that journey with us.
Hello YouTube, I'm back. I know it's been a while since you've seen me in some videos, but you know, I have a little surprise. So I know y'all have seen some of our videos of me at Disney World and maybe looking a little bigger. Well, that's because I was pregnant. And well, we have a new addition to our Voast family. This is Michael Dale Jr., NJ or Sonny. And he's here. He was born on April 11th at 10:21 a.m. 7 pounds 7 ounces, and he's our new addition. So y'all come along and join us on our new addition to the family. I can't wait to be able to share all these adventures that we're gonna have, that we have with Caitlin and now we have with MJ. So please follow us along. Thank you. Also, We have some more news coming along. I am moving. I'm going RV full time. I'm so excited. I'm actually going to have a channel that's going to come off of Kicking It Van Voast style. Dirt and Glitter, Mommy of Both. It'll be my new channel. It's going to be mommy hacks, everything from his birth to me moving into RV life full time. I'm very excited about it. We'll leave a description below. We'll get that channel started as soon as I've finished healing and stuff like that. So I'm so excited for y'all to come along on this journey with me, and yeah, come along.
In our live video, we talked about our partnership with Solo Stove, RV Trip Wizard, and Texas State Parks Bucket Journal. This is a really cool piece, and this will be the very first thing that we promote, but they have a whole list of bucket journals on your national parks, different states. It is really cool. The thing that I found in this that I really want to see is if you turn over, and I'm going to show you these pages, but if you turn over in this bucket journal, it actually has a list of ghost towns in the state of Texas. It's really cool. But it lists all the state parks in the state of Texas, and it allows you to put your, basically to make it personal, and using the book as a written reference of what you did on those trips and all the different things. But it lists all the different, in the state parks in the state of Texas, it lists all the amenities. These are things that, yes, you can get on a website, but isn't it cool to keep it in a written journal? How great would this be to go back, especially if you're like me and I travel with my granddaughter, and we can go back and show her these videos, but we also have a written account of what we did and where we were. Anyway, this one will be the Texas State Parks Bucket Journal. I'm going to leave a link down in the description. Also, that should be coming across your page right now on where you can get your hands on this particular bucket journal if you're interested in the Texas one. If not, I'll have also on that site that you'll go to, it'll give you every bucket journal that's offered, and you can pick and choose from there. Yes, we do make a little bit of money, and every bit helps. We thank you for ordering from that link. Hey guys, don't forget our Facebook group. It is dealing with camping and RVing. I know it's something that you don't want to miss. All kinds of questions and answers on there. Join us with that. Also, join us on Instagram. That should be coming along somewhere, I think right here to the left or your right. Join us on Instagram. I've got Meghan, she's actually going to be taking over our Instagram channel, so join her. She'll also have her new channel on Instagram. Guys, don't forget about our website. It is www.kickingitvanvoast.com. That should be right there. There it is. You see it? Don't forget to join us there with our blogs and with our store. Everything that you see that we've utilized in our RV and with Meghan's new RV, those things will be listed in our store. Guys, do me a favor, even if you don't see or don't want something that's in our store, being an Amazon affiliate, as long as you click on that link, that'll take you to your Amazon, and anything that you order, we will at least get a kickback off of that. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate it. Don't forget our Solo Stove. If you need a fire pit, Solo Stove is definitely what you need.